Survives. Yeah. Wrist lock tight, calculate before the strike. Initial balance draws the line, day turns the night. Divergence in the shadow, strength starts to hide. Engulf, 2-bar reversal, momentum on my side. It is the code of Luna. No rush in the storm, no fear of the rumor. Base hit stacked like bricks in a wall. Discipline the weapon, I rise, never fall. No trades, 5 minutes from the open flame. No chasing red folders, that's a losing game. V-Webbie whispers, volume speaks truth. Trail to runner slow, let the market show proof. Tokyo fades, London breaks, New York brings the fire. CPD confirmation, the levels take me higher. Journal in my hand, I don't gamble, I build. Every line in the log is a weapon I wield. This is the code of Luna. Wrist tight, face strong, trust in the future. Divergence speaks and the market obeys. I move with the rhythm, Luna trades. Patience. Discipline. The code. Luna.
Hey, welcome in everyone. Good morning. What's up, Kelvin, Hermes, it's Deeks, Joe, Miss K in the house. Let's go. Guys, I ended up catching a really good trade and I just make myself feel a little better. I got some green to add to the stack today. So here's just this one trade. And it's crazy though what happened this morning. Like I don't even want to talk about it really because I'm so pissed off. But this was my main trade idea. I had it planned out here. The short from previous day high, it's what's been playing out every day, and or NQ at previous day fib levels back to previous day high. So that's exactly what happened. I got my trade. That's the trade I wanted. Meanwhile, in the meantime, let's see, hold on, let me fix my screen. I'm tempted to make a different layout here. Close. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I was gonna figure something out like that. I kind of like the idea, but I'm too zoomed in. So I took a gold trade and I just feel like it distracted me from the trade that I actually really wanted and was like should have had. Is this weird? I'm just gonna have fun with it for a second. Let's see how this looks. I don't know if my chart's too zoomed in. Yeah, it's a little zoomed in, right? Maybe something like that. I don't know. Maybe that does work. I'm gonna try it. gonna try it. So I took a gold trade that really wasn't one of my like main. I mean, I did plan it once I was on, but it wasn't like my bigger idea for the day of what I wanted to look for and the trades I like be projecting given the price action and what we've been doing and my bigger picture idea. My main trade idea was this short from fib extension or from previous day high. I had them both mapped out, and then also want something to match up on NQ to call for that, which we had exactly the fib extension on NQ while we had the previous day on ES. So I ended up getting my perfect setup. I wanted it on the 5 minute, which would have been right here. I was talking to Krista and we were on stream. I totally missed it. I was doing a Lucid giveaway. So then I ended up getting on the 30, which is totally acceptable down here, right? Well, on ES though. So I ended up taking that trade on ES on the 30 minute. What's up, Insane Football in the house? So I took the short on ES on the 30 minute and I held it all the way to the low range level that I had mapped out, which also was London IBL. It wasn't really like in particular any other thing. It was just like this level I already had from a while ago that used to be important, right? This or earlier this week was important is what I mean to say. Earlier this week, this level's been important. And so I just kind of stuck with it. I already had it on my chart and I was like, yeah, let's go back there. I kind of was considering it the range low. If I mean, really we have like a bigger range. And then I broke this up into 3 or 4 or 5 smaller ranges. And so I just kind of stuck with it, even though we had actually just been chopping that level. But once we broke, coming back down, it looked good to me. And it was a really nice target, more than 2R. So I ended up getting a really good trade there. And I should have had that on all my accounts. I should have been all green. And instead I'm red on my London accounts. And even worse, I had made another mistake too. I tried to fill this trade on my Lucid accounts and I accidentally filled it in gold the first time, so I took a $188 loss immediately on all 6 of my Lucid accounts. And you know what, I think that blew one of them because one of them didn't actually take it again. That totally blew one of my Lucid accounts that was in the positive. Maybe it didn't blow it, I don't know. I shouldn't say that first. I should double check. For some reason it's at least red a little bit. But so I was thinking it only let me fill 5 of them. Oh yeah, but there's only 5 of them. Huh. Yeah, so it's just still red in one of the accounts. But yeah, so I gave back like 180 bucks immediately. So I actually made like $300 on that trade on my Lucid accounts, which is amazing. Only risking 150. And so we made back most of those. They're up now $117. And my one Tradeify account that was actually down like 500 bucks from the gold trade is now up 1,060 about. So still caught it, but I made that secondary mistake too. So it could have even been a much bigger win in those Lucid accounts. And I could have just taken this trade in my top 1 futures accounts. But a third mistake on the list, which this was actually the first one, was, well, no, the gold was the first one. I tried to take it in my top 1 futures accounts to make back that London loss. And it didn't fill. And I didn't know why. Well, I found out why now. It actually filled all of it in one account. And then got stopped out, or I don't know, maybe it blew the account. So because one of those accounts has extra loss on it, its loss has a $2,000 loss, so it makes sense now why it wouldn't fill. So super crazy that I made 3 mistakes in a row, and all week though I did pretty good on the mistake trade. So I don't want to let it, like, you know, it's not like everything's ruined or something. But what I was thinking is I'm not going to focus on gold. Not because it's not good, but because I don't want to be too distracted. So I could say gold could be my Asia. I could trade gold during Asia, which is why I used to mostly trade it. So it's like, which I don't trade Asia anyways, I sleep. But so that's what I'm going to say. Gold is my Asia thing. And for the morning stream, I want to focus on ES and NQ. Unless like gold was like giving me the like Alcachete trade for Fede, if Fede's here. I don't even know. My Costa Rican slang is Alcachete. I knew it sounded weird. I said it weird. a cachete. So, yeah, so it's again one of these days where, well, all week I was kind of up and down. So I actually think I traded really well this week. But today I made those 3 mistakes, which really hurt. I still am green in a good stack of my accounts, red in my London accounts and one of my Tradeify accounts. And those London accounts, they just took a beating and it sucks. You know, I spent like $1,200 on them or whatever it was, 300Ks. So I really want to trade those well, and it sucks to give back money on just a trade that was a full mistake when I could have just like not done it. So don't want any mistake trades. Reds are okay, but I want to trade clean, so I'm kind of thinking about reducing my strats like I was talking about. And the easiest way to do that, I think, would just be to say not trading gold. So that's my plan. And I can still like look at gold, and if it's like super clean, I could take it. But otherwise, I'm not going to be looking for it. I have these VWAPs turned on. Wow, it's super laggy. Okay. Okay, come on now. There we go. So it is, reminder guys, it is Capital Preservation Friday. So the idea is to preserve our capital. Sizing, not over trading, locking it up maybe if we have some greens. So my green trades, I'm definitely, those accounts, I'm not going to trade again. I'm done on those accounts. Oh yeah, and next week I'm gonna do giveaway every day. I'm gonna do 2 giveaways. Gold is kind of turning around here, it looks like. We'll see if it makes a new high, but break of structure for those last 2 low swing highs. But yeah, so Krista caught a good long on that. Wow. NQ, ES, let's look at them. Let's look at these charts. For the giveaway, we could do, I mean, I want to do 50 likes. It just sucks when we don't have anyone on the stream. So maybe we do, it's Friday, let's do 20. I mean, I don't know, I have a while to trade, so let's start with 30 and maybe we'll drop it. Yo, what up, Frick in the house? So I'm pretty much gonna probably look for that same trade again, potentially. And also this value area high retrace. See how we trade there. I'm going to look at the weekly profile as well. So let me zoom out and pull over the weekly profile. Oh yeah, so we had target tapped. Look at this. So now I'm literally just going to put that down here because just remember to remind myself what the current trend has really been, right? Target tapped. Crazy. And then for the weekly volume profile, I'm gonna go ahead and try to trace that. There we go. Big balance distribution. Look at that. Wow. Pretty clean. So I'm going to stick with that idea and just trade the volume profile. So right now we are below value area high. We're below the value area. We have room down still. We're right at VWAP. And let's look at NQ. Let's go to the 5-minute on it. So NQ did the retracement to previous day high. That was my short. Great trade. I'm gonna make sure to get my accounts open real quick. Tradeify 325Ks. Okay, bouncing at that previous day high, holding above VWAP. NQ looks pretty bullish. Man, this actually looks like a nice long 30-minute tap of previous day high at VWAP. Look at that. I just don't have good targets. Like, this is the only target we really have. ES though, on the other hand, 30-minute tapped that low, which was my range low. That was my target. Yeah, I don't have a trade here on ES though. It's just on NQ. So they're showing different things. So that's a no trade for me for the moment. If we can reject this value area high or previous day high and then have a rejection on NQ, then I might short again. Otherwise, I like the NQ long, but I don't really have it on ES. And right now I'm only trading ES, so I'm not going to take it. Just to avoid the confusion. Alright, so no trade there. I kind of like this long, but it's because of the NQ confluence long back to previous day high. But it doesn't really, it's not really what I'd rather wait for. I'd rather wait for the value area low, previous day mid sweep for the longs from down here. Back to like VWAP, point of control. Or even back to these highs. So one question that I've been asking myself a lot is, as I've been like trading different strategies and I have a couple different ways I manage trades, I'm like, well, what do I like? What's like my style? You know? And I like to do partials. I like buying pullbacks. I'm okay with reversals. But I also like trends. So that's one thing that I've thought about. I'm like, am I more trying to trade with the trend or trade reversals? I'm like, you know what? I like being able to do both. And like, if I'm going to try to pick a few of my like general ways I manage trades to kind of stick with, what would I pick if I had to choose like one? Because right now I have like my scalp strat. I have the way that we do TTE trades, the way that I do the way with the 10-point stop loss. And I'm like looking through all my trades. I'm like, well, which way do I like? I'm like, well, all of them work is the funny thing. So it's like, or do I just want to be discretionary with some of those things, with where I'm going to put my stop loss? And that's what makes sense with how I do my personal accounts. You know, it's not the same for every trade. Every trade is a little different. And over the time of getting 1,000 trades, I have stats. So I'm not sure, but those are things I've been thinking about. Which should I suggest, Tradeify or Lucid? It depends on which model you prefer. So Tradeify has a daily payout account if you do the select, so that's its own type of thing. But most of their other accounts, it's like a consistency, you know, 20% consistency. If you're talking about Lucid, they have like you just need 5 days of $150 to get the payout. So very different, and I think there's no consistency on that, or maybe it's 50%. Oh, now I'm forgetting. It depends which account you have. It's the truth. I think one of them is one way, the other is the other. So one of them I think does have 50% consistency, but I think right now the Lucid payout model is appealing to me because all my other accounts are the 20% consistency or even 15% consistency. So it's actually pretty appealing to me. But yeah, Tradeify has a bunch of different options with their accounts. But so Tradeify is straight to fund it. I've traded. I've never traded the direct to fund it Lucid accounts. But for a straight to fund it, Tradeify is great. And so is Top One Futures. Super legit. Oh man, I'm breaking my mic stand. I just realized. Okay. Yeah, super legit. All right, so we are just kind of holding now. So I'm gonna have to grab the popcorn. This NQ long, I mean, this is not too bad of a trade here to me. We got a big divergence. It's too wide though. So I kind of want to just watch it for fun, right? Kind of paper trade it, but I'm not going to take it, of course. I'm just taking ES for now. I guess I could just, maybe I can hide this weekly volume profile. You know what? I'm just going to delete my dotted lines. There we go. Just trying to clean it up a little bit. Super messy chart. So yeah, the short, I think it's still in play on ES. Meanwhile, NQ is holding that previous day high. If NQ breaks down that previous day high, this is going to look even juicier, but I bet at that point, this is going to really be going already. So we're back in that London range. Man, look at this chop right here. I could grid bot. That would have already paid a bunch. We have previous day point of control as a good target for the short. Nice rejection right here from VWAP. It's not a bad short. Current session point of control though. It'd be a little choppy here. So we wait. A retrace to that value area high would be nice for a short for me. But there is a VWAP trade. That is a clean interaction with VWAP. But right at point of control. So that's probably a no trade. But I like this. If I was so convinced and could take it all the way down to previous day mid, or previous day value area low, or previous day low for that full rotation. But that is the bigger picture idea. That is the bigger picture idea. We're below previous day high. Oh, come on now. There we go. We're below previous day value area high, below previous day high. Move it on down. The problem is NQ is holding above previous day high. So maybe with NQ breaking below as well and joining us on the bear team, then I could short ES maybe the rest of this move. But really this whole area here is probably what I'd prefer to take profit on. So if I can't get good R&R here, then I'm probably kind of wrecked. So we have New York IB set right now. I'm going to take off London. We're right in the middle of it. We're getting this continuation below IB, that 5-minute close. And meanwhile, NQ is heading towards that previous day high and breaking VWAP. Man, I like this short. Maybe on one of those other accounts. So the can I take it with my rules? Let's see. 30-minute. No. Yep, it's a no trade. It's a no trade. It's that VWAP trade that I want to start doing, so I'm going to have to study it more before I do it. I would consider doing it in one of these Tradeify. What is it? 50K? All right, let's just watch this idea. I put 2 micros on, or no, 3. I put 3 micros on and a 50K. So the idea is, so this is to practice a VWAP trade. The idea is closing below VWAP. I'm just gonna put my stop loss up here. So this is like not in my funded accounts. So how is that? 12 points. And taking it down, point of control, previous day mid would be the best. But there is room down. And you know what I would actually prefer is even a slightly looser stop loss with those value area highs like that. But that's a little, well, no, I don't have, I have tiny size on. I can totally do that. I can double. So I have like half size, so I could double 10 points and do that. 20-point stop loss. I think that's fair. So I'm just practicing this VWAP trade, gathering data in one Tradeify account. So let me try to make my chart not look like as much of a hot mess. And that's ignoring NQ, right? Because I wouldn't take that trade because NQ is still holding above previous day high. What I want to see is NQ break below, and then I would have considered that trade more in my funded accounts. But ES is already making the move, so this could just be, we could break back above VWAP, and this could be the retest of previous day high for NQ, and just this pull back on ES and go right back up. You know, especially on crazy day, right? We just made we made highs. NQ made highs. It's crazy. So I can't just completely ignore that. But a 30-minute tap into this previous day value area high would be perfect. And then if it closed back down, tap this, close back down, could maybe find a trade in my funded accounts. Previous day mid is at 130.25. Which firm? It's Top 1 Futures. According to you, if I purchase any instant funded account in futures, which one should I prefer? What main rules I should see? So if you want a straight to fund it, I mean, I'm biased, so I'm an affiliate. So, you know, I'm using the ones that I have affiliate deals with, but I do prefer the main ones. So they are some of the more popular ones, like Tradeify, Top 1 Futures. And I haven't used the Lucid one, but Lucid is now in the mix of very popular firms. So I would maybe try one of theirs. I haven't done theirs yet. Top 1 Futures are a little bit cheaper. And it depends on the current deals and stuff though. So, but the Tradeify ones with 20% consistency are pretty similar to the instant funded ones from Top 1 Futures with the 20% consistency. Slight different rules on like payout, how much you can get per payout, and your targets and stuff like that. So it's just slight difference. So those are the ones that I've used. Instant funded, I don't think I've used any other firms for instant funded that I can think of. My main other firms that I've used in the past was Top Step, and more recently Apex, which I'm going to start using Apex again. And perfect timing to not be trading ES as much, so I'm going to start a set of Apex accounts next week. I literally just said which firm it is. It's Top 1 Futures. Oh, you know what? The other thing I wanted to look at out of curiosity, what's the high of day and low of day VWAP? So that low of day VWAP we're actually holding above. But we're below that high day. Okay, so check this out. We're holding New York low, IBL, and cleared the VWAP and bouncing. Go back to the 1 minute. So I'm just watching VWAP. So I want to get ready to learn from Brian Shannon in a few weeks. Hey, look at that, we just broke all those VWAPs. I wonder if that's the bounce. Let's see what NQ is doing. Yeah, NQ is holding above previous day high. And above that VWAP that I have on the 15 here. And look at yes. Time frame changes it so much compared to the 5 minute. So I'm yeah, with NQ right now, this looks bullish to me. I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna sit out. Maybe I would do the initial balance breakout in this situation. With NQ where it is, do it for a scalp. And we're on the right side of VWAPs. I think so. Okay, so I'm signing into my accounts, my Tradeify accounts, my Tradeify 25Ks I've been working on, and they're kind of getting somewhere. I forget what they're at. Let's see, they're at $535. So I'm going to try to get these up. I'm going to see if we get this initial balance breakout. I'll follow my normal rules with it. Guys, this cover though was insane. This cover though was crazy. Oh, I don't know how to show it on here. Huh. Let's see. Look at that cover. That's crazy town. Look how perfect that was. Dang. Yeah, this long. I like this long. That break back above VWAP. Stop loss below the low. Target previous day high. So I'm gonna have to take it with my scalp rules, I think, in this situation, because we also have the previous day value area high. So this is like countering my other trade idea, but it's because NQ is holding above that previous day high. It looks really bullish. So I really like it, actually. I actually would have liked to take it as the VWAP break right there. And stop below. So I'm going to paper trade that. That looks great to me. But for my trade, I'm going to wait for the 15-minute initial balance breakout. Nice call, G. I was watching ES right there when you said you flipped long. Great entry. And maybe even targeting these highs. Oh, that's also a breakout orb. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that break there on the 5-minute was clean. So now I'm going to wait for a break of the initial balance on the 15-minute to take this long. Otherwise, next option is at the same time that closing below previous day value area high, and if we get a bearish close on NQ, would maybe change if I want to take it or not, right? Or if I'm even looking for it anymore, or if I want to actually consider shorting this back down, depending on how that closes. I'm going to delete that idea if we lost previous day high. Little rejection there, previous day value area high. So I'm gonna wait for this candle close. We got 12 minutes. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. So I'll be right back. Let me see how we at on likes and stuff. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. Oh, we got 20 already. Nice. Guys, we're actually close to the giveaway. What's up, Suraji? Suraj? Fede in the house. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna wait for this candle to close and take a quick break. But I'm just chilling, so I'm gonna be on for a little bit. I don't need to go anywhere. Yeah, we're gonna watch this. I could do a grid bot in this range. If we keep chopping here, maybe I'll turn on the grid bot for a little bit and run it on stream. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna turn off those high day, low day VWAPs. I just wanted to see what that looked like. I'm gonna grab some more coffee too. I'll be right back. How much more time for this candle close? 6 minutes. We back. All right, guys, let's rock and roll. All right, we're green in this trade. Small size. Taking it as a that VWAP bounce. I actually liked it a lot earlier. Oh wait, I forgot we have the. Yeah, okay. For a second, I was thinking about the value area high trade, but no, we have the initial balance breakout. That I'm totally into it. All the indicators are looking good. ES and NQ both have rising. Oh wait, maybe not NQ. Let me see. It's rising for the last like 20 minutes, but it's kind of been chopping. The CVD, that is. It is looking good though. So there we go. There's the candle close. Breakout of IB. So I'm gonna take that. I have my Tradeify counts already ready to go. Let's log in. All right, let's go. I got some coffee. Let's keep the energy moving here. I want to take good trade. I want to stay locked in. And I'm going to take it on one of these. On my 100K too, I think. My 100K 9731. Alright, so I'm going to set this to buy up here. There we go. There it is, initial balance breakout. All right, so let's see if we get entered. I have the orders on. Right there, 2 ticks. 2 ticks, 72.25. Boom. All right, let's see what happens. Everything looks good. Looking at I'm gonna look at the order flow too, actually. The other thing I want to look at is NQ. So if NQ, yeah, NQ looks great. So NQ has room. I think ES has room as well if we break these highs. So there we go, we got entered. I mean, I think that this could keep going. Seems a little crazy. Thank you, Dandy. You too. All right. Thank you. Wait, did we get entered? Guys, MES tagged me in. It doesn't even look like it did. MES tagged me in, but not on ES. Maybe I didn't zoom in enough, but I probably did. It just did it. Yeah, it just tagged me. Let's see if we can hit it. Oh yeah, before I forget, let's put on my stop loss on the Tradeify accounts. So I'm still supposed to scalp. Okay, I'm supposed to scalp the Lucid account. I mean, sorry, the Tradeify accounts. I didn't scalp the Lucid accounts today, so I broke that rule too. So sloppiness, feeling a little desperate, wanting that win, because that's totally actually a bad thing I did. So I wanted to make up for the $180 loss by accidentally filling the gold contracts. So I held that trade until it made it all back end more. Good motivation to hold a runner, I guess. But oh, I like my stop loss here. It's exactly at the low of that previous 15-minute candle, the breaker bar. Oh yeah, I gotta journal this before I forget. I want to go ahead and get a clean screenshot. So it's the initial balance breakout. Oh, we got 11:07 on the clock. So what was that at 11? Pretty much. I think I filled at like 11:02. New York. Tradeify. MES or ES. IB. Scalp. Oh well, no. This one we take the trad. Continuation. Long. IBH. And we have VWAP is below and angled up. So we're with VWAP. And I'm going to get a screenshot of Attis. Looks great. The cumulative volume delta on Bookmap is actually kind of starting to fade back down now. Not what I want to see, but this is a win or loss trade, right? I'm going to take this trade win or loss. And we actually, it's crazy, we haven't even been entered yet on my funded accounts. We got tagged in somehow on MES. Kind of scary. Only 50 more seconds to leave this order on before I'm supposed to delete it. All right, we're in it to win it. Let's go. Oh yeah, just making sure all my stops are good. We are locked in here. Let's push it. On the right side of VWAP, we got the initial balance breakout. It is Friday, so I'm gonna make a trade review video. We're gonna make a little trade review. Are there activation fees on the top one? There are. And I'm gonna take some supplements here. I got some vitamin D3, whatever. I'm gonna take whatever I got. I'm gonna do a trade review. I'm gonna do the vlog. Maybe I can include a little more in the vlog for fun. I don't really have that much other content right now. Luna, what's your account size and what's your strategy? So the trade that I'm in right now is initial balance breakout of New York IB high. Confluence with the VWAP. I actually filled it earlier on one of my 50K accounts based on and where's yeah, here it is. I have it earlier in this 50K based on the VWAP, which I actually liked it. I haven't been trading VWAP, so I want to practice trading VWAP, so I took it a little bit earlier with a wider stop loss. But so it's really right now we have the confluence of that VWAP breaking back above it, holding previous day high on NQ and holding that VWAP on NQ. So I like this long. I waited though for the IB setup to take it in my funded accounts, followed my trading plan, followed my stuff. I had the IB right there. It looked good. Like a way to kind of use it as like confirmation, but also it's my setup. I'm going to be looking to take a scalp on this trade for my Lucid accounts. Let's see what we can get though. It looks pretty nice. Let's see what happens. We got 15-minute candle close coming in. It's nice. It's closing bullish from our entry. Just what we want to see. My other trade on just 2 micros is up 40 bucks or something at the moment. So that one I got in a little bit lower. I was actually trying to get it even lower and I kind of missed it. But yeah, I like this trade. It's fine with me. I don't mind the looser stop on, like, so that other account, I have the stop all the way down here. and that's more comfortable to me, but it's not good R&R. All right, nice. Look at that. Nice bullish close. Nothing like a little previous day high breakout on a Friday. Look at that. All right, we might have to do the BRB strat. You like me more on PFM than on here? Is it just because I'm not looking at the chat right now? Yeah, I really want to be focused in on my trading. I do miss a lot of trades on the PFM stream. It's true. But also, since there's not that many people on the stream, I'm not as important. You're just like spamming about giveaways on PFM, no wonder. Is he busted? Is he one of the... Are you a... Wait, do you spam about the giveaways? If you do, you're probably already blocked on there then. But yeah, no, I don't feel any pressure to perform or something as much on my stream, I guess. And yeah, no sponsor or anything. But really, I'm just focused on my trading, and definitely when I have gas and stuff like that, I tend to mistrade, or I'm just not as focused, and it makes it a little bit harder. So I kind of like the idea of just being on here focused on my trading, and having it live makes me accountable, and all of that stuff helps hold me to doing what I say I'm going to do. Speaking of, I wanted to read over my pre-flight checklist real quick. I feel like I'm in flow with the market right now after doing my questions multiple times. Can't hurt to do it again. Like, so right now the edge to me is at the edge, which we're actually approaching the high of this range, and I'm longing into it. So trading the IB is at this moment is going against that. But when we get more into the moment of what's happening during London and New York and Asia even, right? We're grinding up, grinding higher, breaking these highs. So yeah, it makes me okay with taking that that New York IB breakout, especially because NQ broke out and was bouncing at it. I mean, I could just take it on NQ. Look, I'd be up a bit more on NQ. Interesting enough. But trying to stick with ES. So I'm having to long this into previous day high. But I like the trade idea. I like the confluence with the VWAP. And furthermore, I actually really like the entry down here, I noticed, which is now my stop loss. But that entry was really nice, especially for targeting previous day high. Good R&R, good target. So really my target now, I would easily take this at previous day high depending on what everything's looking like. I'm trying to hold for the full target, but previous day high in this situation, or like right here, is totally good enough for me. It's just depending what NQ is doing. Like if NQ is hitting its target and ES is hitting previous day high, I'm going to cut it. But for now, I'm just going to leave that there in case we get some volatility. I just can't even believe we're at the highs. Like, it's just crazy to me. I just can't even believe it. What indicator is that for your previous day, value area high, point of control, etc.? That's my own indicator. I can send it to you if you want. It has a bunch of different stuff on it, and you can actually have the labels look different too. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Right there. So it has current session, previous day. You can change it to show the name or not, and different style labels, like a minimal style. I like these bright ones right now. And then I have the orb on here and initial balance. And it also has some other stuff on there too, actually, that you can, it has like this box up here for ATR and CVD. You can turn that off though. Yeah, I have it in my I actually have it just in the private Discord. I'm cool to share it though, I guess. I don't know how. I gotta figure out a way to send it out. But maybe in the Discord, in Trade Sauce Discord, in the free Discord, maybe I can share it in there. If you guys want to tag me and just say that you DM'd me about the indicator, and then I'll respond. Alright, so I almost have my scalp here. My scalp target's gonna be if we break these highs. Or even at those highs. Yeah, breaking those highs. I guess really my scalp target's gonna be previous day high. 181. It's my scalp target. All right, so there's that. This is almost my 5 points on the scalp. So that's how I used to do it, right? 5 points. So I do kind of want to still pay attention to that, especially since it is at a key level, or what? Not a key level, but you know, a previous high here. Guys, earlier in the Discord, we were screaming. We were screaming on that really good short I had. And a couple other people in Discord were short also. Check this thing out. So yeah, that was a solid trade. Guys, look at that TP too. It's perfect TP. Perfect TP. Okay, but yeah, during that trade, it was like as it was going down, we were screaming, all we were hooting and hollering. It was hilarious. Yo, session flow in the house. Wait. Take it easy, Kelvin. Your username's the Market Geeks on TradingView. Okay. Yeah, can we just chat on TradingView? Dude, there's the oh, private. Did you message me on here? No, these are people saying join my thing. Oh man, I can just message you on TradingView. That's kind of cool. Oh, you're not popping up. I don't see you in here. Oh, it's, I don't even know how this works. Oh, it has to be in the same talk. Session said, I silently blew up the pro account I was working on the last 3 weeks, but I'm almost past in another eval that's been following. Said pro. Win some, you lose some. Yeah, man. Sorry to hear that about the pro account. Only lost it because he sized up on a trade, lost, came back the next day, sized up on a trade, trying to get it back, and lost again. But the trade idea was absolute winner, just reject it. Too much. Legit 17 pips more than I could handle, and it turned around beautifully. Oh dang, yeah, because of the bigger size. You made 700 thanks to that short. Let's go. Oh yeah, you were one of the people who said you took it. But you've got your own trade journal going on Google Sheets, and it feels good. Losing that wasn't painful at all. Just like, oh, I definitely should have looked at my data. Yeah, the one thing when I was running simulations, that the risk of ruin is worse than the chance of payout. You know, if you're trying to push towards a payout by sizing up, the risk of ruin is worse than the chance of payout, because the risk of ruin you can't get back. The chance of payout is just slower, you know, or whatever. Like the chance to get a payout in that amount of time, well, you can still get a payout in another week or whatever, but you can't blow your account twice. You can't blow your account in another week if you already blew it that week. So the risk of ruin is worse than the chance of payout when you size up too much. Also, power went out today. Oh no, dude, I know about that in Costa Rica. As I exited a winning trade this morning, it was crazy timing, man. I literally closed my trade, turned off my computer, walked through the door, power went out. Dude, that is it. That's nuts. That's crazy. The market gods had your back. Yeah, Fede, I had the Cachete trade. I had my like picture perfect trade. That was like it was like literally my #1 idea going into the session. Look at this. NQ rejecting fib extension while ES rejecting previous day high. I even drew it on. I was like, oh, I want one more candle like this. I drew it on right here. Oh, look, you can see my drawing. And then the candle actually formed and we got the breakdown. So this short, I want it to take from right up here to previous day high. So I ended up getting in on the 30 close, right? And it was still a really beautiful trade even on the 30 close down here. 30 close with the tighter stop loss. Still an epic trade. And it was nice that I still took it, but I should have had it on my London accounts. I should have been green in those accounts. Those accounts just gotten such been abused during London session. So maybe I need to start using cheaper accounts for London session. Yeah, I TP'd that short. Check this out. I mean, I got in late. I had it from the top. So I had it from the 5-minute top, and this is a 5-minute chart. So here it is right here. I can just show you on the chart too. Which account is it? Yeah, I can just show you on the chart. But yeah, there's my TP. And that was waiting for the 30-minute close, but the way I'm trying to practice it now is if I get it on the 5-minute and it looks good, I'll take it on the 5. But the 30-minute, I was getting a 70% win rate doing it on the 30-minute, which is very relaxed, you know, just waiting for the 30-minute close and taking it. From $15 short from passing the account. No, for a max win. Let's go. Great trade. Yeah, and so that trade is like the main trade, right, that I want to be focused on right now. The short previous day high or short fib extensions back down. And then also it can match up really well with the value area high retrace. So previous day high retracement, value area high retracement, or previous it's the previous day RTH fib extension. So these are the trades I'm working on right now, and I'm using them both NQ and ES for confluence and maybe taking them on the other. I ended up now I'm long though that previous day high. We tested it 30-minute close above. But what I really liked was the way that we bounced that previous day high on the 5-minute with the VWAP. It looked so clean on NQ. And with that wide stop, super chill. Even like that seems good to me. Yeah, like that. I like that. I like that trade. So ES now though was below previous day high, but we had the confluence. We happened to have the initial balance breakout coming in at the same time. So I decided to take this trade as an initial balance breakout with the confluence of NQ holding above previous day high and holding above VWAP. I just think I really could have gotten in this trade down here. Like, why not? And just take it based on that VWAP. But so we waited though, we followed my strategy. We waited for the 15-minute candle close outside IB. So we had that confluence. It just means I didn't get as good of an entry. And we take it right here. Oh wait, what? Why is it up here? Oh, that is it. Yeah, we take it up there. Great work, G. Appreciate you. We almost hit that first area of interest here. And then previous day high. And then I'm going to see if we can sweep this swing high. So I'm going to hold this one win or loss, right? Other accounts I'm going to take as the scalp. If we do break above here, I'll think about locking it in. I really like though the idea of previous day high, at least for the scalps. If we can get that, I like that better. I don't see why not. So I'm just going to hold. And what is going on here? Guys, I think we're going to get a giveaway here. We got 29 likes. Let's go. I think we're going to get a giveaway. Yeah, that VWAP's been crazy, dude. I've been watching that VWAP trade now for like this whole month. 15-minute close above your IB is the strategy you made. Yeah, so I started to learn it from someone else, but then the 15-minute, that's just what I found was working the best. And I was like looking at, I was taking it on the 5-minute. And so the way I used to take it was also my own way. But the confluences, like what I'm looking for the trade, someone else taught me. So I'm looking for steep EMAs in the direction that I'm taking the trade in. And I'm looking for cumulative volume delta, which is something I added to it just for extra confluence. I would need that to be overall in the same direction as my trade. And yeah, and I need it to also set up both on ES and NQ. Both of them are making that initial bounce breakout on the 15-minute. So all those parameters are my own things, except for like the steep EMAs, and the 5-minute was what someone had taught me. So I added a few kind of confluences like that are hard rules. Like I need that CVD, and then I changed to the 15-minute, and I decided to just because I was trading it on the 5-minute, but using like my own way that I made, where I'd wait for a 5-minute to open and close outside of the initial balance. So not only a 5-minute to close out above it, but then the next candle to close above and open and close above. So that's the way I used to take it. And then I switched to the 15-minute. And now the way I'm taking it is just using a set stop loss, where I'm just using a 10-point stop loss and 1 mini on these 100K accounts. So that part is defined. Like, that's it. You just had your morning coffee. Let's go on number 2 or 3. Yeah, the way I started taking the 15-minute breakout was, so I wait for the bottom wick. Then take the break up. In this situation, the top wick was right below the previous candle wick, so I just used the previous candle wick for the breakout. I could have a tighter stop right below the current candle low, in which case I would be sized up a lot more, right? That'd be pretty much like doubles the size. So at that point, like these highs are 3R. So that's $1,500 right there. If I sized based on that stop loss. What I'm doing now though, because the tweets and all the things, is I'm just using a set 10-point stop loss. And on this account is I call it the traditional method, where I'm just targeting. Like I'm targeting, actually I also like to target deviation of IB, which is exactly at 71.88. Literally, that's actually crazy. I didn't even check, but that is exactly where my target is right here. So I was thinking if we get some crazy news or pop, I could end up getting a little bit more on this, but I could just do that. That's crazy that that's actually where that deviation of IB is. Exactly, well, right there. Perfect. But so yeah, whatever makes sense about 1 to 2 R somewhere where I have a clean target. The previous day high is actually not bad target either. That's what I'm hoping to try to get on the scalp accounts. So my other set of accounts, I'm just taking it for the first scalp. So once I switched to this model of doing the 10-point stop loss, I was actually locking in trades at around 5 points. So once they hit 5 points, I have to lock it in. So this one was literally 1 tick away from my required lock-in where I trail the stop up and take my money and run, because it's 250 bucks. I'm like, you know what? That's enough money that makes a difference. And if I have a really high win rate by doing that, you know, base hits for the win. So, however, on this account's been doing well, going for the bigger targets. So I'm starting to lean towards preferring that. The base hits just suck when I take multiple losses in a row. I give back so many winning days from doing the little scalps. So, but when you have a good run, then you can get straight to a payout too with the base hits. So it goes both ways. But so for now, what I've been doing is on those evals, I'm doing the scalps, and then on this account, I'm doing the swings. And it's also kind of a way to hedge. Yeah, by swings, I mean just holding for the full target. That's actually what I mean. I don't really mean a swing trade. Yeah, I just mean holding for the full target. Yeah, well, I need to simplify, and I feel like a crazy person that I'm always thinking about this stuff. But you know, I know not all good traders are like that, but one of the best traders I know, he's like, man, me too. I feel the same way. Like, oh, I want to, you know, I just blew up my new accounts, and I know everyone goes through different little moments, so it's not crazy. But I just want to be locked in. I think the main thing I'm going to do is gold. Just during gold's gonna be like my age. I'm not gonna trade gold during New York or London, unless there's like some AAA+ setup that's just epic, amazing, that I just see it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's the dream setup. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna trade it. And then I'm gonna have like a hierarchy. Man, I should have like an iPad that I can stream to the screen. That would actually be super cool if I could draw on something and it shows up on screen instead of drawing on trading view. But I'm gonna leave that on. So what I'm talking about is a hierarchy of my strategy. So what that means to me is pretty much previous day plus fib extensions at the top of the pyramid. I don't know if I can draw this out in here. Oh wait, here we go. We're blasting, guys. There's my scalp. Quick, I'm not even ready. There we go. We got filled. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, there's that full TP. There's that full TP I could have gotten. I could have trailed those. Sick, guys. Beautiful trade. So we make it back in my... We make back a lot. Not in my London accounts though, right? Those London accounts are just so cooked, guys. Freaking London accounts. But I made it back at least in that Tradeify account too. I made back quite a bit. I didn't make it all back. If I had left that real full TP, I would have just made it all back. So I don't know here. Can I show this to you guys? How do I do it? What the heck? There it is. Okay. Ninja Trader. Activate. I have this new layout so my things don't work. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm not in the orb. Get in the orb. So here's my accounts now. So my London accounts are still wrecked. This Tradeify account, it was so close to flipping green. If I had left that one TP, it would have hit. But either way, guys, I'm not going to complain about that. But if I had just left it at that 2R, we hit that perfectly. I just like to see them green. But guys, sick trade. Sick trade. And then we got all these Tradeify accounts up in the green too. So pretty much, I hate London. Freaking London. Freaking London. That was a sick trade though. Initial balance breakout. So let's screenshot this real quick. Man, I changed my TP last minute to that. It's a good TP. It makes sense. It makes sense. Guys, what the heck's wrong with me during London? Man, I suck so bad. Man, I was listening to a podcast, talk from Brett Steenberger, and he was talking about self-talk like that. Like, I suck. How, like, to flip it, to think about it in perspective. And I was like, if someone else told me that, how would I feel? I'm like, dang, I actually would not feel that good about that. Like, if someone's like, dude, you suck during London. I mean, right now, I'd be like, I know I do. Tell me something I don't know. But, I mean, my stats have showed that now, month after month after month. So I got to figure out what to do. So what I was going to draw on the screen before we got that, we slapped that TP. I'm going to take one more screenshot here. I don't even know what I just put in, but yeah, let's put in a few more screenshots. Banger trade, guys. Banger trade. That was for $812 in my funded account. Okay, so this trade, before I forget, let me just journal it real quick. VWAP, confluence on NQ and ES, NQ bouncing at PD high. After break and retest, break to fib extension, then retest PD high, and then ES looked good, and we had initial balance high breaking on ES and NQ, so took the EBO. That's a great example of using all the strategy, all of the concepts together to be tracking the market and then finding my trade with whichever strategy it happened to be that worked for it. Meanwhile, NQ is back at the fib levels. So this is where I'm looking for that reversion trade again. I wish I had held that one lot just to get that account green, but oh well. So again, New York, green, London, not so much. I'm going to do something about that. I'm going to change the rules. I'm going to allow myself to trade my London accounts in New York, I think, or something like that, because it's getting ridiculous. So Trump is sending special envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner to Pakistan to participate in talks with Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas. I don't know how Araghchi. I should know how to pronounce this name. Two administration officials tell CNN VP J.D. Vance is not currently planning to attend given Iran's Speaker the Parliament Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf who is viewed internally by White House officials as the head of Iran delegation, and Vance's counterpart is not participating either. They said, however, the vice president will be on standby to travel if negotiations progress. They said, and members of his staff will be in the country and attending the talk. So convoy. Wait, okay, never mind. So I was about to read this, but I'm a little confused. Yeah, so Trump sending to talk. So more talks. This is all it is, more talks. The U.S. has burned through so many munitions in Iran that some administration officials increasingly assess that America couldn't fully execute contingency plans to defend Taiwan from a Chinese invasion if it occurred in the near term, per Wall Street Journal. Well, Iran's FM to convey Iran's considerations in ending war. So we might be getting this short again. I'm almost all locked up. The only other accounts I have, I don't think I have any more accounts, guys. I think that's it. I think that is it. I'm just doing some journaling. I still have a bit of journaling to do for my other trades. I kind of messed up. I didn't put these totals in yet. Yeah, this long looks like it might just rip. It's a good move though to catch. Pushing. I think that might be it for me today, since I already took multiple trades. No, yeah, I'm done. All my accounts are filled up. Win or loss. I could trade this 50K. It has $15 in it. That account number is 7388. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't spend as much on my London accounts. And still just keep them separate. Or I could still trade them during New York and trade them during London, but not trade my other accounts during London. But during New York, trade all of them. Something like that. Yeah, I think just keeping them totally separate is still the way. So maybe I'll just do maybe I'll just start one fresh one for next week for London. So I could look for a potential short up here. Like I said, if I was going to keep trading, that's what I'd do. I have this one account I could trade on. I want to make sure I still feel locked in everything. And really what's going to matter to me is NQ rejecting here. So looking for a clean rejection on NQ. Maybe just shorting it back to VWAP instead of previous day high. Nice 5-minute candle here. If we could break back below that, I mean, that could just be it for me right there. Let's look at ES on the 5-minute. Yeah, we had that same candle, and look, it matches back up with that previous day high again. Right there. So I really don't mind that. Short back to like point of control. We do have that VWAP right there though. Maybe find another way to enter it with the tighter stop loss. But then it's above that previous day high. So I would need confluence with that, with NQ. Like NQ would need to be breaking down first. Oh yeah, I had a message I didn't respond to. Shoot, let me go grab my phone. All right, I think, did we get the giveaway? Oh, I still have my, guys, what the heck? I thought I had the chart on. Why am I even showing? I'm still showing that P&L. I thought I had my chart on. What's going on? So guys, we're running that giveaway. I thought we are. Did we get the likes? Let me see. Yeah, we got the likes. Let's go, guys. We got the likes. What up, 1104 in the house? Sovereign Pulse in the house. Fede. If you're doing bad on London and good on New York, what's the purpose to keep doing London? Explain me that. Because I stream. It's my job. So I'm trying to figure it out. I think I just need to be more picky for the trades. I blame myself at the end of the day. Okay, let's see what NQ is doing. Yeah, the form is pinned to the chat so you can fill it in. I'll maybe take this reversal. Yeah, tomorrow or next week, guys, I'm gonna do. The plan is to do 2 giveaways a day. Maybe one day we'll only do 1 if I want to have it. Maybe one day we'll do 3, and one day we'll do. I don't know. I think the plan is to do 2 every day. So I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pace it out 2 every day, and we'll probably just do the form. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any other plans. Just normal giveaway. Twice a day. Apex, though, it's any size Apex account. Whatever you want. Any account. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I could do. I could size down during London. I could size down during London and then still trade the same accounts during New York. But I just want to track my results separate for London since I'm streaming and I'm showing people, my people are following, like people are following along. I want to show them like, you know, I want to know my results only during London, not during New York too. So it's one thing to have my trade journal, but it's another thing to have an account that I've only traded during London and to prove my stats. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep trading accounts separate during London and not trade them during New York. It's so tough when like during New York I would have made back the profits like half the days. So I don't know what else to do though. I think just dropping gold, focusing on my main strategy and letting it. So yeah, I started to talk about this earlier. I want to figure out how to draw it on stream, but man, I could just like move my camera. Man, I want to do a whiteboard camera. So we could flip to a whiteboard and have a different camera. That'd be sick. I don't even know how. Yeah, it's not. I can't pick my camera up over here. Okay, so I can show you like this, though. Right? Yeah, I can show you like this. So I'm gonna draw it on this first. I could draw it on my chart, but I want to have it in my notebook. We are gonna run that giveaway. Just I want to finish writing this down because I started to think about this before. So it's pretty much like the hierarchy of my strategies. So I have the previous day levels and the fib extension levels kind of guiding the whole thing as my main thing. When we're outside of that previous day range, I don't have as many setups. So then I have my previous day value area high, well really just value area levels, PVAs, plus current session value area. And then at the final bottom of the pyramid, we have the EBO. So I just drew it kind of sloppy, but pretty much like that. It looks really bad. So we got the fib extension, previous day high, previous day value areas, normal value areas, and EBO. I just wrote it so bad. I was going to make it all nice in here. I started better, but so that's kind of what I'm thinking about when it comes to guiding my technical analysis and what I'm looking for. I'm pretty much going to follow that hierarchy of my strategies. And meanwhile, I'm going to drop gold during London, which I was actually thinking about doing more gold, but I would just rather stay focused on my main strats, even if it's just to be prepared for the New York session. And then I'll save gold for a rainy day or for if I ever trade Asia session again. So we're getting that short right now. I have this one account. I would just take it on this one single account. It is a 50K though, so I'd have to do micros. I kind of want to just take it on that break of that 5. I could just wait for the 30 close. See how it happens to close. That's what I did last time, right? I waited for the 30 and it was still a really good trade, even though it closed way far down. Look at that, way down there. Still a good trade. So I either want it really clean. I'm gonna wait. Maybe the break below is gonna be the way, but only on this one account, and it's 50K, so I'll probably do around 5 micros. All right, let's run that giveaway, guys. Last chance to fill out the form. I guess that was maybe already your last chance. Oh dang, you're banned from Apex. F. I love this comment here from Jason. You're killing it now. Just missed the main short. I'm watching you because I see a lot of potential and you'll be successful for sure. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I know I haven't been that good with the chat today, guys. I just really want to lock in the trade. All right, so we're gonna run the giveaway. Lunamod already pulled the entries, and I think we're good to go. Guys, we had 647 people on the London stream today. So I kind of like this short. Let's do it. I'm risking 225 at those highs. So NQ though didn't quite break out. There's just this one account, right? Just one account. One of my higher risk accounts. So my targets, man, I wish NQ broke out too. Yeah, look, ES whipped down. That's hilarious. We think about NQ being more wicky, but ES in this situation wicked. And not NQ. Would you look at that? Yeah, if this holds here, that's not good for me. I wanted the short below that. I could have looked at them both, but yeah, I mean, did I make any sort of mistake? 1, 2. So either way, I would have gotten wicked at, and even if I put another 2 ticks in. So nothing for me to do about that. Unless I want to wait to be below previous day high. So that's the next thing. If I get stopped out of it right here, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time and wait to see this 30-minute candle close and maybe get back in it. after the 30 close. All right, let's run that giveaway. If you fill in the form twice, we'll just delete your second entry if it's the same day. But if you filled it in yesterday, you get extra entries, right? For every day since we've ran a giveaway, you'll get extra entry into today's giveaway. All right, I'm gonna run it. All right, you guys ready? I got the names. I don't know if it might be able to. We might be able to do a race. Let's see how many names it is. 79, yeah, let's do a race. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, I don't like that NQ is holding that fib extension. I might just get out of this trade. I want NQ to break down. So maybe I just wait for the 30 close. I'm getting a mixed read when I'm looking at trying to look at the order flow. It looks just kind of weird. Right, we're losing volume. NQ is holding though. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about just closing this for now and waiting for that 30 close. I'm gonna close it. We're just gonna wait. Tiny little paper cut. So let's run the giveaway. Congratulations for making it this far, guys. You have to be on stream to win. So we'll go down the list. We'll give everyone like 30 seconds. We'll go down the list and do it. All right, good luck, everyone. And maybe we can play a song. All right, good luck, everyone. Good luck.
Every tick is a voice. Every candle, a question. The market is an auction, and only the patient find the truth.
It's the auction, fear in the crowd. Price moves loud when the orders come down. Balance to imbalance, flow to the flame. Discipline the weapon, this ain't no game. This the auction, fear in the crowd. Price moves loud when the orders come down. Balance to imbalance.
memory, anchored in pain. Levels get tested, patterns remain. Greed says double up, fear says quit. Patience whispers, wait, that's the voice I commit. Every loss is tuition, every drawdown of class. Every journal line written makes the knowledge last. No chase, no tilt, no revenge on the tape. I'm the product of the process, there's no escape. It's the auction field.
All right, let's see, guys. 44 seconds left. We got Mr. Ben Jabone in the lead, but Sovereignty, a few other contestants, including Frick, up front here.
Price moves loud when the orders come down. Balance to imbalance, flow to the flame. Discipline the weapon, this ain't no game.
Value builds slow where the orders
Yeah, what up,
agree.
Sleepy RC in the house? I'm in Florida right now.
Mark the path I see. Excess means turning, rejection in play. Auction finds fair.
All right, 13 seconds left. Kelvin in the lead. He's already won a lot. Insane Football coming up from the back, taking first place, but we don't. It's an even race here. The Ripper takes it again. Ripper might have won too recently, though. Are you here, Ripper? He might have won too recently. So they on prop format you're allowed to win once a week, but for me, for Top 1 Futures, you're only allowed Top 1 Futures once a month. Are you here? If you're not here, we're gonna go down the list. Second is Medi. He won one other time and he wasn't here, and now he's gonna be so mad again. I don't think he was here earlier. He says if I win, be right back. I have to go 15 minutes to pray. Well, now I feel bad. He said he's literally been here the whole time, and then he had to say BRB. Okay, so when did he write that in chat? We have to give him exactly 15 minutes from when he wrote that. I can't see the time, but I think it was more than 15 minutes ago. I'd have to just go back in the stream and watch the live chat. I don't know how to do it. I want to give him 5 minutes, guys. I'll give him 5 minutes. Otherwise, we're going to go down. So, 12:30. But he literally said if I win. Oh, he is here. Let's go, Ripper. You made it this time. Dude, you won. Let's see how many let me see how many accounts we have. Let me find how many have we done. Guys, we got 2 more accounts. So, Lunamod, will you send me Ripper's email, please? And I'll go ahead and get Ripper his account. That looks weird. I have my knee up on this stool. Okay, I'll stand up straight. I'm getting lazy. I'm slumping over on my stool. So, should we wrap it up or should we do another giveaway? We have 21 on. It is Friday at 12:30. Should we keep trading? Should we get a cheap Apex account? Should I wait to see if this 30-minute sets up? Should I go have brunch or lunch or whatever it is? Miss K says I look tired. Uh-oh. Maybe I should lock it up, guys. It's 12:30. I've been trading since 4. Yeah, that's 8.5 hours. I should. 8 hours is good. 8 hours is enough. I guess I'll lock it up. I'll listen to Miss K. All right, 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 all right. All right, we will wrap it up, I guess. So, shoot, guys, ended up being a good New York sesh, and I was just so, I don't know what else to say, pissed off in London from this way I traded. It's just a feeling of like not being able to catch a break. You know, it's like I just give me a break. So shout out Top 1 Futures for these giveaway accounts. Use code Luna to get the best deal, guys. Code Luna at Tradeify, Apex, Top 1 Futures, Lucid, other ones too. And always get the best discount.
No trades 5 minutes from the open flame. No chasing red folders, that's a losing game. V Webby Wap whispers, volume speaks truth. Trail to run it slow, let the market show proof. Tokyo fades, London breaks, New York brings the fire. CBD confirmation, the levels take me higher. Journal in my hand, I don't gamble, I build every line in the log is a weapon.
Alright, I sent out your email, so it should just appear in your account whenever my rep gets to it, so give us some time. Like at least give me like until next week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, for him to activate it. It will show up in your account. If you haven't gotten it at some point mid next week, just tell me and I'll double check with him. Have a nice weekend here. It's at night. We're going to sleep. Alright, good night, Frick. Take it easy. Once you pass and activate, I'll guess in the stream, make some fun. Yeah, come on stream if you pass that thing. If you get a payout. Yeah, I don't have any plans this weekend, so I think I will just rest. Actually, I have to do some work. I have to make some decisions on a few things. Man, how many days are in April? 30. Okay, good. Good.
The trades in the park.
Alright, well that's gonna do it. Some dubs in New York.
Luna trades, we don't play. Lock in when the bell rings.
Keeping the L from London.
That's a real thing. Break the initial balance, break out, or a fake swing. Markets move fast, stack it up, hit a cash.
There she is. That's it. Alright, y'all. I will see you Monday, guys. Have a really good weekend. Get some balance, touch some grass. But also, if you need to study, if you're grinding, I'll probably be working on that too, guys. I'm going to be studying, working, grinding too. Also trying to relax a little bit. I'm going to be doing some journaling right now, actually. So I'm just going to sit here and do this. So, good call on getting out of the trades. And, you know, I think I'm going to have a little sit down with myself. This weekend and make my game plan for next weekend. I'm also going to record a review of my trades this week and post the vlog number 2. Maybe I'll try to get some other footage for that as well. So let's see if I can get some good video to mix in, maybe some IRL stuff. And otherwise, it'll at least be a trade review. So it'll be fun to include some IRL. So maybe I'll record it in like 3 parts and put it together. Ah, that's a good idea. I'll record multiple. Yeah, I have a little idea. I'll try to keep it simple, not too much editing, and record a little vlog number 2. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, code Luna, support the stream. Thanks for being here. Hit that like, subscribe, and I'll see you Monday, 4 a.m. prop for match, 4 to 8, and then on my stream, I don't know, maybe I'll move it back to 10. I'm trying to decide between 10 and 9, but I think it's better later. So 10, 10:30 even. And I will see you guys then next week. All right, peace out, y'all. W's. All right, see ya.